On the vast plains of the Serengeti, where the wind sweeps through endless fields of grass, a magnificent scene unfolds. The ground trembles beneath the feet of millions of migrating animals, a relentless journey in search of water and fresh pastures. Here, the law of survival governs everything. The strong continue to advance, while the weaker ones risk being left behind or becoming meals for predators lurking in the shadows. Each year, as the rains end in May, herds of wildebeest, zebras, and Thomson's gazelles begin their journey of over 1,600 kilometers, moving from the arid south to the north, where green grasslands await. But to get there, they must face the most challenging trials: fierce rivers, patient predators lying in wait, and the relentless pressure of harsh nature. On the banks of the Mara River, hundreds of thousands of individuals gather, hesitant before the rushing water. Suddenly, a brave leader plunges in, pulling the whole group along. Water splashes everywhere as slender legs struggle against the powerful current. But just below the surface, long shadows are lurking. Nile crocodiles, ancient predators with bodies up to 5.5 meters long and a bite force of up to 5,000 pounds per square inch. Wait for the perfect moment to strike. A fierce snap. A gazelle is pulled to the bottom of the river. Survival here is not for the slow. The lucky gazelles that survive continue forward, but the challenge is not over. The vast Masai Mara is not only a source of food, but also where predators are lurking in the tall grass. East African lions, weighing up to 230 kilograms, use ambush tactics to take down their prey. As night falls, spotted hyenas begin to appear, hunting in packs with persistent speed and jaws, with a bite force of 1,100 pounds per square inch. Just one bite is enough to crush bone. Elsewhere on the Kopjes rocks, solitary leopards use height to observe prey from afar. They approach their prey silently, then launch a deadly pounce. When food is secured, leopards quickly drag their spoils up into trees or crevices to avoid being robbed by other predators. But not all animals in the Serengeti are predators. Hippos, with massive bodies weighing over 2 tons, spend most of the day submerged in water, only surfacing at night to feed. They have powerful jaws with a bite force of up to 1,800 psi, a bite strong enough to crush a crocodile. Although not predators, hippos are one of the most dangerous animals in the Serengeti, ready to attack anyone who infringes on their territory. Above the forests and grasslands, tawny eagles spread their wings wide, scanning for prey below. Its keen eyes can detect the slightest movement from hundreds of meters away. Once a target is identified, it swoops down with terrifying speed, its sharp talons ending the prey in an instant. But birds of prey like eagles do not always have the upper hand in the sky. Ripple's vultures with wingspans of over 3 meters also play an important role in the food chain, cleaning up carcasses and maintaining ecological balance. But the Serengeti is not just a battlefield for wildlife. It is also facing another battle, the changing environment. Climate change is altering rainfall patterns, causing longer dry seasons and dwindling water supplies. Over the past 3 decades, temperatures in the Serengeti have increased from 1.5 to 2.5 degrees Celsius, altering vegetation and affecting animal food sources. Human expansion is also shrinking the grasslands. Areas that were once migration routes are now being obstructed by farmland and residential areas. Conflicts between humans and wildlife are increasing, especially as African elephants, with a population of about 6,000 individuals, begin to move into human areas in search of water and food. Nevertheless, hope is not lost. Conservation organizations such as WWF have partnered with the governments of Tanzania and Kenya to establish safe migration corridors, helping wildlife move without disruption. Drone surveillance measures have reduced elephant poaching by 70% since 2020. Thanks to these efforts, the Serengeti elephant population has begun to recover. The Serengeti is one of the most important ecosystems on the planet, a land where life, death, and adaptation intertwine. Despite growing challenges, nature still finds a way to maintain its delicate balance. The chases, survival battles, and migrations continue, demonstrating the magnificence of wild nature. No matter how humans change, the Serengeti remains as a symbol of strength, perseverance, in the pure beauty of nature. Amid the vast landscape of the Serengeti, where life and death are always in a delicate balance, the predators at the top of the food chain constantly employ skills and tactics to maintain their position. In the heart of this vast grassland, the East African lion reigns with absolute power. Male lions, with their majestic, thick manes, can weigh up to 230 kilograms and are warriors who protect their herds from invading enemies. But it is the lionesses who are the real hunters. They use perfect coordination within the pack to encircle their prey, taking advantage of the dense grass as an ambush site. An accurate pounce, a bite to the throat, the feast begins amidst the fiery sunset of the Serengeti. However, even the most powerful predator has challengers. Spotted hyenas, notorious predators with pack strength, are the lion's main competitors. They are not just scavengers, but also organized hunters. With speeds up to 56 kilometers per hour and a bite force of 1,100 pounds per square inch, stronger than a lion, they can take down medium-sized prey without ambush. In food fights, hyenas often overwhelm due to their numbers and endurance. Not far away in the denser forests of the Serengeti, leopards operate alone, silently stalking prey. Lacking the muscle power of a lion or the numbers of hyenas, the leopard relies on speed, sophistication, and superior climbing ability. Upon spotting its prey, it moves silently, narrowing the distance before launching a precise leap. When the prey is firmly in its jaws, the leopard quickly drags the carcass up a high branch, avoiding the gaze of other predators. But in the world of hunters, none can match the speed of the East African cheetah. Designed to be the fastest creature on land, the cheetah can reach a top speed of 97 kilometers per hour in just 3 seconds. However, speed is not everything. The cheetah's hunt is a race against time. It can only maintain top speed for a few hundred meters before exhausting itself. If it cannot catch its prey quickly, it is forced to give up to conserve energy. Therefore, each hunt is a life or death gamble. Not only predators, the Serengeti is also a land of giant creatures, where herbivores play an important role in maintaining ecological balance. African elephants, with a population of about 6,000 individuals in the area, are the largest land animals. Standing up to 4 meters tall and weighing over 6 tons, they move across the grassland like giant biological machines, opening up new paths and helping to maintain vegetation. Their wide, fan-like ears help dissipate heat under the scorching Serengeti heat, while their flexible trunk allows them to uproot trees, drink water, and even interact socially with each other. Despite their enormous size, African elephants are not always safe. When resources are scarce, they are forced to move into areas where humans are present, causing conflict with local people. However, conservation efforts have helped reduce poaching incidents, and elephant numbers have shown signs of recovery. Besides elephants, hippos are the rulers of the Serengeti swamps. Although they may look gentle soaking in the water all day, they are actually one of the most dangerous animals in Africa. With huge jaws that can crush bone and incredible speed when running on land, hippos do not hesitate to attack anyone who infringes on their territory, whether it be a crocodile or even a human. In the drier grasslands, African buffalo live in large herds to protect each other. Mature males can weigh up to 900 kilograms and possess thick horns, enough to withstand attacks from lions. When attacked, the entire herd will turn to retaliate, using their numbers to protect the injured members. No challenge is greater for migratory animals than crossing the dangerous rivers of the Serengeti. As wildebeest and zebra approach the Grumeti River, they face not only the rushing water, but also the predators lurking below. Beneath the still water, Nile crocodiles' prehistoric killing machines lie motionless, revealing only their cold eyes. When the time is right, they launch a lightning-fast attack, seizing the prey and pulling it underwater. With a bite force of up to 5,000 psi, they can crush bones in an instant. The largest crocodiles can be over 5 meters long and weigh up to 1.5 tons, making them top aquatic predators. Each year, as the Great Migration takes place, the Grumeti River becomes a bloody battlefield. Hundreds of wildebeest and zebras die under the jaws of crocodiles, while the lucky survivors continue their journey north. Although still one of the greatest nature reserves in the world, the Serengeti faces increasingly serious challenges. Climate change, with an increase in average temperature of 1.5 to 2.5 degrees Celsius over the past 3 decades, is changing rainfall patterns, prolonging the dry season and shrinking water sources. In addition, human expansion has narrowed migration routes, increasing conflict between humans and wildlife. Conservation organizations are working to establish protected corridors to maintain the freedom of movement for animals. However, the future of the Serengeti still depends on human efforts. If we continue to protect this land, the Serengeti will continue to be one of nature's greatest wonders, a place where life continues to fight and adapt. Above the vast Serengeti plains, where herds of gazelles scatter to escape predators, the sky belongs to other hunting masters, eagles, hawks, and vultures. Each bird of prey possesses its own tactics, making them formidable assassins. Among them, the tawny eagle is one of the most fearsome predators. With a wingspan of up to 1.8 meters and superb eyesight, it can spot prey from hundreds of meters away. From above, the tawny eagle watches carefully, then suddenly swoops down at speeds up to 160 kilometers per hour. With just one swift swoop, small prey such as hares, ground squirrels, or small birds have no chance of escape. Along with the tawny eagle, the African hawk is also a master predator. Not too large, but the hawk is extremely agile and flexible, often hunting fast-moving prey such as small birds or rodents. Its tactics rely on somersaults and surprise attacks, leaving the prey no time to react. But the occupiers of the Serengeti sky are not only birds of prey, but also a group of birds that specialize in cleaning up the battlefield: Ripple's vultures and white-headed vultures. These birds play an important role in the ecosystem, removing dead animal carcasses and helping to prevent the spread of disease. Ripple's vulture, the highest flying bird in the world with the ability to reach altitudes of over 11,000 meters, uses its keen eyes to spot animal carcasses from afar. Upon discovering a potential feast, it quickly lands and waits its turn. Along with it, the white-headed vulture acts as a pioneer, often arriving earliest and taking the soft flesh before the larger vultures appear. The presence of these sky rulers not only helps maintain ecological balance, but also demonstrates the harsh but perfect nature of a food chain where nothing is wasted. Amid the Serengeti grasslands, the Kopjes rocks look like forgotten islands of time. These are giant granite blocks formed millions of years ago, creating a unique habitat for many animals. Inside the crevices and dark recesses of the Kopjes, leopards are the absolute rulers. Unlike lions that hunt in packs or cheetahs that rely on speed, leopards are solitary predators, taking advantage of the height of the Kopjes to observe and ambush prey. Upon spotting a target, it moves gently, each step silent, before launching a deadly pounce. After taking down the prey, the leopard often drags the carcass up a tree or stuffs it into a crevice to avoid being stolen by hyenas or lions. Besides leopards, Kopjes lions have also developed their own tactics to survive in this challenging rocky environment. Unlike the large lion prides that live on the grasslands, lion prides in the Kopjes are often smaller, only 5 to 10 individuals. They use the cliffs as natural observation points, waiting for herds of gazelles to inadvertently approach. Instead of chasing, they ambush from above, using the terrain to take down prey quickly. But not only predators live in the Kopjes. Rock hyraxes and honey badgers also hide in the openings between the rocks, taking advantage of the shade to escape the daytime heat. Mongoose move in small packs, weaving between the crevices in search of insects and small reptiles. Kopjes are not only a natural fortress, but also a miniature ecosystem where animals must develop special survival strategies to adapt to this harsh terrain. As the dry season drags on, when most small rivers run dry, there is still a place where life continues: the Serengeti swamps. These are low-lying areas that hold water even during the driest months, becoming a valuable resource for wildlife. These swamps not only provide water, but are also home to many characteristic animals. Hippos, huge but extremely territorial animals, spend their days soaking in cool water to avoid the heat. As night falls, they leave the water and roam the grasslands to graze, possibly traveling more than 10 kilometers just to find food. But swamps are not just the place of hippos. It is also a paradise for African ibises, gray herons, and large storks, birds that hunt fish and amphibians in shallow water. With long legs and sharp beaks, they gently wade through the swamp, focusing on every small movement under the water to launch a precise strike. Beneath the deep mud, Nile crocodiles lurk, waiting for careless prey to approach the water's edge. For thirsty gazelles, just one wrong step can turn them into a meal for this fearsome predator. Unlike other areas of the Serengeti, where life and death take place in breathtaking chases, the swamps are a slower world, where each animal waits for its moment. The Serengeti remains one of the largest wilderness areas on the planet, but the challenges to this ecosystem are becoming more serious. The average temperature has increased by 1.5 to 2.5 degrees Celsius over the past 3 decades, making the dry season longer and shrinking natural water sources. Not only that, human expansion also affects the traditional migration routes of wildlife. Areas that were once grasslands have now been converted into agricultural land or residential areas, forcing animals to move through more dangerous areas. However, conservation efforts are ongoing. Ecological corridors have been established to help maintain the freedom of movement of wildlife, while surveillance technology such as drones helps monitor poaching and protect the recovering elephant population. Despite facing many difficulties, the Serengeti continues to be a symbol of wildlife, where life continues to struggle to survive. The Serengeti is not just an impressive wildlife painting of breathtaking chases, but also a place that shows the extraordinary adaptation and survival of countless animals. Here there are not only fearsome predators or majestic migrating herds of gazelles, but also smaller but no less important creatures that help maintain the natural balance of the ecosystem. Amidst the vast savanna, where predators are always lurking, Thomson's gazelles and Grant's gazelles have developed the ability to react quickly to survive. With their compact size from 55 to 65 centimeters tall at the shoulder and weighing about 12 to 18 kilograms, Thomson's gazelles cannot rely on strength to resist lions or cheetahs. Instead, they use speed and flexible steering to dodge hunters. When chased, Thomson's gazelles can reach speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour and make unpredictable sharp turns, making it difficult for predators to keep up. Meanwhile, Grant's gazelles, taller, heavier with a weight of 45 to 75 kilograms, also possess special survival skills. Unlike Thomson's gazelles, this species can withstand harsher conditions, surviving in areas with more limited water sources. They also have stronger self-defense capabilities, with powerful kicks capable of making predators wary. These gazelle species are not only an important food source for lions, leopards, and cheetahs, but also play an essential role in maintaining the balance of the Serengeti ecosystem. They help regulate grass density, creating the gaps needed for new plant species to develop, thereby supporting the entire food chain. The Serengeti is not only a paradise for wildlife, but also a place where humans are trying to harmonize with nature. For centuries, the Maasai people, one of the most famous nomadic tribes in Africa, have lived with the wild animals on this land. They do not hunt animals to survive, but instead depend on livestock breeding. The seasonal migration system of the Maasai people helps maintain grasslands, preventing environmental degradation due to overgrazing. However, pressure from population growth and agricultural expansion is shrinking wildlife habitats. Areas that were previously important migration routes for wildebeest and zebra have now been replaced by farmland and human settlements. This leads to increasing conflicts between animals and local people, especially when elephants, buffalo, and other herbivores begin to invade agricultural land in search of food and water. To address this problem, the governments of Tanzania and Kenya have partnered with conservation organizations such as WWF to establish ecological corridors, helping animals move freely without being obstructed by human settlement areas. Initiatives such as ecotourism are also bringing new income to local communities, giving them more motivation to protect the ecosystem instead of exploiting it. Despite facing many challenges, the Serengeti remains one of the greatest wilderness areas in the world. The great migration of wildebeest, the intense chases between lions and gazelles, the survival struggles of leopards on the Kopjes Rocks, all are part of a natural symphony that never stops. Every day the sun rises over the Serengeti, illuminating endless grasslands where the planet's greatest creatures continue to fight for their survival. The herds of gazelles move forward, the leopards stalk, the eagles scan for prey, all continue in an endless cycle. But more importantly, the Serengeti is not just a land of wildlife, but also the shared heritage of all mankind. This is one of the last places on Earth where nature still operates according to its original laws, where humans still have the opportunity to protect a truly wild ecosystem. Protecting the Serengeti is not just protecting wildlife, but also protecting a part of ourselves, a part of natural history, a part of the heritage that we have a responsibility to pass on to future generations. The journey through the Serengeti is a full view of the brutality but also the beauty of wild nature. From the herds of wildebeest constantly migrating to seek life, to the swift ambushes of lions, leopards, and hyenas, all create a world that is constantly moving, where each creature has its own role in the cycle of survival. However, this balance is threatened by unnatural factors. Climate change, habitat loss, and human expansion are creating unprecedented challenges. Can the Serengeti continue to be the wild paradise it once was? That depends on our actions today. By supporting conservation initiatives, developing sustainable ecotourism, and raising awareness about the importance of this ecosystem, we can ensure that the Serengeti will continue to be the place where nature's greatest journeys take place not only for today, but for future generations. Thank you for exploring the wild beauty of the Serengeti with us. Every journey is a chance to discover new wonders and connect more deeply with nature. If you enjoyed this adventure, like and subscribe to join us for more incredible journeys. See you next time.